And there's really kind of two directions. I heard you dealing with some people the other day, Ken, kind of vetting them. They were saying, we want to come down. And you were saying, okay, are you aware of this? Do you
Right.
have this? Can you do this? And so if somebody is in a position that they have a crew to come down, what's that? And then the other question is, what do people do who can't come down? You know, I mean, obviously we had prayers like crazy, and we appreciate that very much. But what can people do?
Well, if you're wanting to come down in person, then we want you to contact City Hall. Give us an idea of what you're bringing, who you're bringing, how many you're bringing, because we got to put these people somewhere, or they got to find it on their own. So we try to give them some insight into what's available and what are their skills, what do we need. We do need laborers, we need chainsaw crews, and just manpower. We can use that. If you're donating, this sounds terrible, but it truly is better to send cash because it's much more. It's easier to be flexible with what our needs are day to day it's not coming to the city. We go to the Island Church, who is really supporting us, and Christian
Service Center.
Christian Service Center. Those two are our go-tos right now, and they need restocking. They need replenishing. They have been a godsend absolutely since 0 hour when the wind stopped blowing. But Island Church, Christian Service Center. But please call us, and it's 251-981-6979. 251-981-6979. That's City Hall, and that's where we're helping those who want to come in person, get organized, and work with our teams.
Great. All right.
You know, I'll just say this. It is awesome to want to help, but you see what you see in your yard, and the risk is there. And if you own a chainsaw, that is great. Knowing how to use a chainsaw and who's going to carry what you cut, all of that becomes the key. So that's why we try to vet, but we don't want to discourage because there's plenty to do with rakes, shovels, just tarps, just anything you got. So
get a tetanus shot.
But the key is,
really.
But go where the help is needed, and that we've got plenty of people, and that's what the mayor's given that same number. We can guide you to where the help is needed.
We had a crew here yesterday in Bear Point from Saraland Church over there. It's about 12, 14 of them. They had a tractor. They had guys with chainsaws who knew exactly what they were doing. They had kids raking and carrying the brush. I mean, they had a team that worked in unison, and
right.
Boy, they were cleaning property after property after.
And in identifiable shirts, so you knew they were a team, and it worked. And we were helping get them from house to house.
It is a different thing with a chainsaw, because these trees that have fallen are like under torque a lot of times, and this is not like going and trimming some stuff on your property.
Right.
Exactly.
You got to know what you're doing, and so thank you guys very much, and we'll get updates from you, and we'll continue. We're going to do another Blue Plate special tomorrow at 12:15. We won't impose on these guys tomorrow, but we'll have some more information from you. Hey, before we go, have you got that picture of the state pier, Matt? Can you believe this? I mean, people ask about my home. Well, this was my first home down here. But the state pier, Wednesday morning, we were all set to go down, cut the ribbon on the new pier.
Where we're coming.
The longest pier in the Gulf of Mexico. Throw that picture up there, Matt.
And I know you noticed what I noticed because that's where I first fished in the 60s was off that pier.
Oh, yeah.
The 60s pier is still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get that.
So
There's the picture.
Man, that's all concrete. That's concrete that was wiped out.
And that's
there.
a 7-foot surge. I don't know how big it was at the pier and the storm with everything, but that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's just nuts. But hey, you guys, if you would also, if you don't mind, if you have read Just Jones, please go on Amazon and give it a review if you liked it. If you don't like it, don't bother. Just don't even take the time. But even if you did not get the book from Amazon, you can go on Amazon and review Just Jones, and I would really appreciate it. That would help us, and we'll see you tomorrow at 12:15. Once again, thanks so much to Mayor Tony Kennan and Orange Beach City Manager Ken Grimes, and you guys keep your family safe, and thank you for keeping ours safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. We appreciate it.
All right, we're out.